This week, we make the most of our last day in Seoul. We get lost in the maze of laneways in Dongdaemun Market.
Oh jeez, yeah, that's more like wet dog.
Visit one of the city's most striking and unique architectural icons. Soak in the vibrant and culturally diverse streets of Itaewon. Take a sombre pause to learn more about Korea's powerful and painful history. And finally, we wrap up our Seoul journey in the best way we know how. Back at one of our favourite cafes for a delicious bingsu. In last week's video, we continue our adventures in Seoul. We explore the hip and youthful area of Hongdae.
It would appear that the young people don't get out of bed till late.
Stumble across one of the cutest and unique cafes. We join the locals for a traditional Galbi lunch before getting lost in the streets of an art village. Simon couldn't resist a beer in a quirky brewery.
A beer's always good, whether it's unusual or not, and it'd be rude not to try it now we've come this far, wouldn't it?
Before we finished off the perfect day with temples, markets, and joining the locals for an amazing sunset.
We've checked out of our hotel, a great hotel by the way. We'll do a full hotel review on that, so if you want to catch that one, don't forget to subscribe so you know when it comes out. First port of call this morning on our last day in Seoul is... breakfast. Going to Dongdaemun.
Oh, thank you.
Hi!
They must have recognised us.
Famous.
Oh, there we go, someone else. We've just walked out of Dongdaemun subway station, and right at the entrance is another
And look, there's
gate.
another random gate.
Yeah, or random piece of ancient architecture.
True.
Yeah, heading to Dongdaemun Market, which apparently is 26 separate shopping malls with approximately 30,000 stores.
Wow, I didn't realise that.
I bet you still can't find anything to wear though.
If I can find something to eat, I'll be happy.
Yeah, so they cover everything: clothing, electronics, household goods, whatever you could think of you'll find apparently in Dongdaemun Market.
We're not quite sure if this is it. Lots of food. Oh, it seems that fish is really popular.
Certainly in this part of the market it's very popular. It's stinky.
Oh, it's getting stinkier. Oh
jeez, yeah, that's more like wet dog.
Oh.
Looks like intestines or tripe or something they were chopping up there.
I don't know what that was, but it doesn't look very good.
Doesn't look appetizing to us.
No.
If you need to do an invasion of the DMZ, this is the place to come. You've got all your camo gear. Can't even see it. It's that well camouflaged. Seem to be a little early. Everywhere's closed, but a lot of the places are closed.
I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction, but there's part of the ancient city wall, which if Simon wasn't feeling so unwell, we could have gone and climbed.
You can go and climb it. I could still climb it and beat you, even though I'm feeling like crap.
We'll think about that one.
Oh, all of a sudden it's not. Simon might not be well, but we need to think.
So the wall actually went around the whole city, and all the gates that we've been seeing as we've been walking around were all part
of the
city wall. I can't remember how many gates there are in total. I'll have a look and I'll pop it in the video if I remember. But you can go up and walk up along part of that wall up there. we'll see how we go. This is making me think we're visiting a Star Wars or Space Trek museum.
I wish we were visiting a Star Wars museum.
So what is this place?
This is the Dongdaemun Design Center, which is a multicultural complex with a museum, art installations, shopping mall, cafes, and a park on the roof apparently.
It looks like a spaceship.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been in Space Hunt, but the spaceships don't look like that.
It's a bit bizarre. I think we should go back outside.
Yeah.
I think if you're pushed for time, it's not something you have to have on your itinerary.
Yeah, I don't know, it's not something that necessarily appeals to us, maybe others it would.
It's different.
It is different, definitely
Different.
different, yes. Third subway of the day.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised how easy the public transport system, the buses, the trains, even walking, getting around is in Seoul. I was a little nervous about it being different and not having done it before, but it's actually really easy. There's a couple of apps that make it pretty much foolproof. We'll put those apps in our video of tips and tricks and what our total cost for our 7 days in Seoul is. So if you want that information, don't forget to subscribe and keep an eye out for that in a couple of weeks. But it has been really, I don't think we've actually got lost.
The comfort.
And I love
That's the train.
in the subway the noise that plays to let you know that the train's coming.
A train's coming, I think it's the other platform.
Oh, well.
The good thing is they do announcements not only in Korean but English and Japanese. I don't know if they do Chinese, I don't know enough Chinese to understand it, but
No, I think the airport train, they did have that in, I think, Chinese and Japanese.
yeah, definitely Japanese. I recognise it, but
But the public transport system, don't be scared. I mean, I was petrified to use the bus. I've always thought stick to the subway because they're easier, but the buses have been excellent and they've taken you closer to places that you wanted to get to. That's our tip.
Yep.
Itaewon. We're getting off now at Itaewon.
Itaewon shopping street is 1.4 kilometres long, and apparently it's an eclectic mix of both shops and places to eat. So I'm hoping we'll find something for lunch here, because we don't eat enough. We're probably fading away at the moment.
It's a very different vibe through here than where we were just before in Dongdaemun. Lots of things for man and woman big size. There's lots of cafes and it looks like quite a trendy little...
It's a lot quieter as well. It's
area.
not nearly as much traffic around here.
No, it doesn't look as busy as when we were in Itaewon.
Ixodon, yeah.
That seemed quite... Because I keep getting sidetracked by these little cafes along the sidewalk. Yum, yum, yum.
It's not a food market, it's just clothes.
Clothes and other stuff. The ladies, when I asked them with my translation of food market, they laughed. And then she said, Myeongdong. We're going to go and find a cute cafe instead. We decided not to sit down to eat. We're going to have a little bit of street food. This one is the twisted rice donut, but it's green onion with sugar on it. I'm not sure if it's trying to be sweet or savoury.
Can't really taste any onion in there.
No.
It's more just like the rice donut, twisted rice donut we had the other night.
I think the one the other night was nicer.
You can see there's onion in it, but it doesn't taste oniony.
Simon will pronounce this one because I can never get it right.
It's a spicy japchae
Croquette.
croquette.
We're yet to have anything that's really, really spicy.
No.
Oh, I just pulled that out. It's red.
Lots of noodles in there.
That one's really good. Could do with being a bit hotter, as in warm-wise, but the spice-wise, I really like that. It's really tasty.
It's nice. The other japchaes I've had though have had vegetable in it. This all just appears to be glass noodle.
It's nice though.
It's tasty. We've taken the subway from Itaewon to Samgakji, which is where the Korean War Museum is.
We could have walked from Itaewon.
Yeah.
It was only about 15 minutes, but just as we were about to head off, it started raining and it stopped again now.
Yeah, we decided not to. Anyway, so we're going to go and have a look at the Korean War Museum, which is free to enter. Probably the only fact I can give you about the Korean War is that there were 22 countries involved because it was mainly UN supporting nations that came to Korea to assist in the Korean War.
North Korea was allied by China
And Russia.
and Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go and have a look around.
We probably should have made our way here earlier today because there's an awful lot to see in this war memorial. We're in the heavy weapons section at the moment where there's a lot of tanks and planes that were used in the Korean War. Very fascinating, also quite sombre.
The museum's really large, and it's not just around the Korean War that we think of.
In the 50s, yeah.
Yeah, with the Korean War. There's a lot around the history of Korea and the history of different wars that are impacted.
And when we say
Korea.
different wars, like going back to time immemorial sort of thing, you know, many, many centuries of different Korean wars and so on.
Yeah, it's absolutely enormous.
Yeah.
All of the displays have got English and Korean, so
Yeah.
you can read it. We don't have time to stop and read everything. In hindsight, as Simon said earlier, we probably should have come here
Yeah.
this morning and seen this and seen how much time we had left.
Yeah.
But we'll see as much as we can before we have to head back to the hotel to head to the airport.
Just outside the museum, there is a really large display of tanks, planes, ships, missiles, yeah, just lots and lots of equipment from the Korean War. Definitely worth a look round. We're probably going to run out of time to actually get to see all of these things. But yeah, we should have come here earlier. Note to self.
I think if you are interested in history or seeing things like this, I mean, it's not going to be everyone's kettle of fish wanting to come and, is that a saying?
Kettle, you mean cup of tea?
Cup of tea. Kettle of fish. It isn't everybody's cup of tea.
Or kettle of fish.
Or kettle of fish, whichever one you want. If you are interested, I would allow a few hours.
Oh, at least a full morning or a full afternoon.
To seriously visit here.
Yeah.
If you just like to have a quick look, then you could, mind you, we've been here for a bit and we've really only seen a small fraction of the area.
It could probably be a full day thing if you wanted to look at every single exhibit here and read everything.
Yeah. And I mean, it is free. Teaches us a lot around the world, and I think it's a little bit unlike the War Museum that we've been to in Vietnam. I actually felt quite yuck after leaving that. I think this, from what we've seen, I mean, we haven't seen everything, but from what we've seen, this one just makes you really think around how important peace is in the world.
There's a saying on the plaque just in the area to the front of the building there that says, if you want peace, remember war.
So we're
definitely
going to wrap it up on that one.
I'm having a ginger tea, which Tanya says looks disgusting, but it's really nice. And then the bingsu looks similar to one we had in, is it Keelung in Taiwan? Looks like it's proper shaved ice, milky looking ice, and plenty of strawberries and syrup, which Tanya wanted more syrup, so there you go.
That is delicious. That is not disappointing bingsu. Yeah, winning.
Yeah, that's proper shaved ice like we had in Keelung. So that's really nice. A decent bingsu.
We've set an all-time record arriving at the airport with nearly 4 hours to spare, and that's because the absolute hideous weather that's outside. It's not because we're worried about missing our flight, it's because of the weather. We're using up, we're vibrating, and that's Simon's beer, so I'm going to have to be quick. We're spending the last of our money at the airport, having something to eat before we go through immigration. That's about it. We've thoroughly enjoyed our time in Seoul and would highly recommend a visit. On that note, we hope you've enjoyed our series. We will be also having the tips and costs video coming out shortly. We'll also have our hotel review and flying the budget airline Jetstar from Australia to Seoul. What is it really like?
But yeah, thank you for watching so far, and leave us a like and subscribe. Leave us any comments on other things you would recommend we do next time we come over here.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
Bye now.